Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. Today we haven't done in a long time, an all signs Sunday check-in. So let's look into what's coming up for you for the next week ahead, right? All 12 signs. And because we are still in Cancer season, let's start with Cancer all the way to Gemini, right? So we're going to have a card from the Angels of Atlantis and then 3 cards from the Tarot. So let's see what's coming up. What are the messages? What do you need to know for the week ahead? We're still under the influence of Mercury retrograde. However, today, the 12th of July, we have the Mercury Kazimi, so the best day for great movement, communications, right? All of that stuff. Like normally we always say, oh, don't try to avoid, not don't to do, but try to avoid signing contracts and all. But maybe today is a good day to do that, right? To consider doing that or all that kind of stuff. So let's see. For Cancer here, we have Michael with patience. This card comes a lot here lately, right? So there's something here that it's asking you to be patient now. We're just talking about Mercury retrograde, so it makes a lot of sense, right? It's about this taking a step back, understand that everything is coming your way. There's something here that you're waiting to happen, but behind the scenes, it's already happening, right? It's just a matter of little time for things to come into fruition for you. So this could be a week for you to be patient about something. You could be in a hurry. I see someone just looking at the watch for something, whether you're going to an interview or you're going to an appointment or something, and there's something that it keeps coming into your head or something. Rest assured that things are already happening behind the scenes, okay, for your highest good. Now, Tower, see, there's already changes. 2 of Cups, okay. So a shift here, and oh, what else do we have? The Lovers, you guys, this is all about love for you this week ahead. Okay, so this could be about meeting someone. So if I saw someone looking at the watch, when we have a date and we have something here, so we could very strongly have someone here that has been single for a very long time, and this could be a time that you are finally meeting the person. Now, I'm seeing something very interesting here is that um everything happens for a reason. I see this Tower comes very strong, as in, as you are waiting for one person, another person shows up. I don't know, this is something that is coming up. Okay, this could be for a very small uh, part of you guys, right? But there's something here that the universe is showing you. We're delaying this person because you're meant to meet the other one, and maybe you force the connection with a certain person, and then the right person comes, because you see these 2 people, yes, they're looking at each other and all, but these ones have connection. This is not the same people. The way I see right now, these are not the same people. Okay, these are very different. Okay, so stay tuned to that, stay open. Okay, this doesn't mean it is for everyone. I'm seeing this just being for a small percentage of you. However, I have to mention, for other people, there could be the decision of breaking up. There's something about breaking up that I'm feeling quite strong still during this month. So this could be, karmic relationships that are not meant to be anymore, and they just need to finish so that you move to the right person. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And we move on to Leo, right? Hi, Leo. How are you doing? Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's see what angel wants to come out. So we have Raziel with retreat. So we're talking about retreat, talking about returning to the self, returning to who you are, coming back to the present moment, coming back to the now, finding your peace between breaths. There's something very strong about that. Finding your peace between breaths. So maybe some of you are being invited to get back into your meditation, into your breathing. This could even be breath work if you work with that, or maybe you are focusing more on your pranayama, on your other type of course it depends. What do you want? Is it to calm the mind? Is it, to work on yourself, whatever parts of your body you want to work? Because even, chakras, even aligning chakras and all, it depends a lot on that. Now the interesting thing is, like, these sculptures are sitting, right? So there's something about stillness, right? There's a lot of stillness here. um Some of you might be very drawn to Eckhart Tolle right now, because he keeps coming into my head. So there could be something that you are very drawn, or maybe you've been in one of his workshops or something. They're saying, look about his books. If you don't have his books at home, maybe if you go to a bookstore or something, just look for a book. And a lot of times we this actually works. You go, you grab a book, and you open a page, and then you read a line or something, and your answer is right there, right? So there's something here that this could be very helpful for you as well. So let's see with the tarot, 3 cards for Leo, right? 9 of Swords. So there could be someone very worried about something here. Ace of Swords, but the truth is coming out for you. Great. Great. And the Queen of Cups. Because that stillness, that coming back to the present moment, really connects with your heart. Okay. So I could be having people here that you've been very strongly focused on what are people saying, what are people are not saying. Okay, I have you see these hands here. This comes very strong, as in some people just saying bad stuff to you. Could be gossiping, could be criticizing, judging, something like that. Okay. But the truth is coming out, because I see someone here, you see the eagles here, they are at the very top, and look at the sacred geometry and everything here. Okay, so there's something here, like the information is coming to you because you were able to see things from a different perspective. You understood, the phases, the seasons. You were understanding more about that. You are understanding more about, even, in terms of astrology, maybe understanding more of who you are, what you're here to do. Maybe there's a lot of people around you, they're like, that's not what you should be doing. You should be doing that. Why are you doing this? That's not good enough. You're not good enough. You're never going to get this. You're never going to get that. You're never going to be successful in your business because you're not doing anything. That type of energy, it's coming very strong here. However, you're going to get some sort of download, and this could be on your retreat thing, the breathing, the coming back to the present moment, all of that, right? And it helps you to make the right decision, because look at her. She is very calm. She's gentle. I love this card because she looks just so peaceful right there, right? She's peaceful. She's there. The fishes are around. So there's a lot of abundance here around her, right? A lot of abundance. The fishes do talk about abundance. And there's something here that is giving the sense of there are some cycles repeating around you, but now, Ace of Swords, you see clearly. Something you start to see clearly, right? So that's a beautiful thing. So stay tuned for this week, and even the Ace of Swords do talk about a week as well. So stay tuned for this next couple of days. There could be something coming up, and it's very revealing to you about your path, your journey. This could be moving completely, changing completely. I see a huge shift here. I mean, from the 9 of Swords, the depressive card, to the Ace of Swords. It's like when you're really down, when you're just going down and you have this aha moment. It's like, aha, I got it. I can go up now, right? I turn on my light now. No one will. No one is going to turn the wheel for me. I will make it happen, right? I love this. This is really, really powerful for you. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Leo. Thank you so much. And we move on to Virgo. Hi, Virgo. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Let's see what energy is coming ahead for the week ahead for you. Okay. For Virgo, Archangel Raziel with intuition. Archangel Raziel is very present here today. So, intuition, look at the amount of stars here. Why do I feel the stars are bothering someone? This could be your light, or a lot of things around are bothering. This is so weird, right? What I'm gonna say. I feel like this, all these stars, are really bothering someone. So I wonder if it's your light, your energy, your ideas, your perspectives is really bothering someone. Or it could be vice versa. It could be just you not aligning with someone, and it's just this, it's very conflictuous energy. So tap into the intuition, because I see someone here, even though Virgo is a very grounded sign, I feel some of you could be very much out of balance. And it could be the situations around whatever is going on. Okay. So come back to the present, right? Come back to the present. Come back into your intuition, your meditation. Um, do something at nighttime that it's so interesting. As we're talking about this, I'm calming down looking at the stars, you know? So it really is about that coming. It's so interesting. This week feels very strong. People are being called to come back, right? Forget about everything that is happening in the world. Forget about everything that is you're seeing on, on social media. It's too much. Whatever is showing up there, it's too much, right? We were not created to ingest the amount of information that is available nowadays. It's too much, right? It's overwhelming. It's overstimulating. It's over everything, right? So let's see with the tarot for Virgo. What do we have for you, please? 3 cards for Virgo. You might need to take a step back and just focus on yourself. 10 of Pentacles. Now I love because it has the sun there, the strength card, the mindset, you see, resting the mind, and the 5 of cups. Of 5 of Pentacles. Now there's someone here, whether this is karmic or not, there's someone here that was very wealthy. There's a lot of money, but something changed here, and there could be some losses, some extra expenses. There's something like that that is showing up now. 8 of Cups. Whether this is you, whether this is someone else, it feels like when someone, okay, you may not be very happy with this message that I'm getting right now. Someone was potentially the person that allowed you to make a lot of money. It could be their energy, it could be their inspiration. Something there, when you look at that person, made you a better version of you. However, someone is living here, someone is going, right? I really feel someone is living, whether this is you or the other person, right? Now we're not talking about just romantic relationships. We could be talking about any other um, energy here. I feel like the moment to go, the person goes, and you get into trouble, or vice versa, right? You leave and the other person get into trouble financially. So big advice for this week, right? The card here was about intuition. Look at your intuition, because sometimes we're just seeing things from our own perspective and we're not seeing things from another person's perspective. Sometimes we're living in the same house and people don't even know how we feel, right? We live like strangers. So pay attention to that, because there could be something coming up here to the surface, whether this is regarding you or the other person. Okay, this feels very mixed, this reading right now. So stay tuned. Don't spend a lot of money just because, right? There could be something coming up where you have to spend some money. There's something here that you might need to spend money. Or we could also be talking with the 5 of Pentacles. You're focusing more on the lack rather than the abundance of something. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for being here, and we move on to Libra. Hi, Libra. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for showing up. Let's dive in and see what is going on for you, right? Let's see what's going on for Libra. Angel Shamael with beginnings. Yes, look at that person going, living, happy, following the stars, following their North Star, following their dreams. I have someone following their dreams. They're like Oh, look at that. The world is here. Yes. It's about, I've learned my lessons. I've done my thing. It's time to go. Okay. It's really time to go. So let's see for Libra, what energy? So the Nine of Swords wants to come out because the Nine of Swords came out for, um, was it Leo? Yeah. So I'm just going to give another shuffle just to make sure, right? Okay, if you're going to come out, it's going to come out. So we have the Hermit here, a Virgo card. Okay. We have, oh, the Queen of Swords. We have very cold energy here. Oh, and the Temperance. Okay, beautiful. So someone had to go within. Someone had to be very um, oh, look at that. The tower just came out. Okay, I didn't even want to grab it, but I will take it, right? I will definitely take it. So we have here the hermit. Okay, when you look at this hermit, you see this person isn't, they went through a lot, right? They just want to go right into the mountains like a caveman, just want to get away from everything and everyone. So there could be a situation here you had to go out of the situation where you were, and this could even be, in the same house, different corners. So you need your time, your space, your peace. I could be talking to people like they don't have the resources right now to just get stuff and leave. This could be a case that you could be dealing with a person that is very, very, very cold. Okay, this could be a person that just tells you what they want and they don't care if it hurts you or not. This is normally, we talk about the Queen of Swords as a person that have suffered, and she doesn't believe in love. She doesn't believe that life can be, we can rebuild life again. That's what I'm feeling here very strong. And yes, it may not be for everyone, this message, right? But that's just a message that is coming up here and now for you. So I'm just going to work through that. Now, what happens is, that's why this tower came. Okay, I got it now. So what happens here is you had to step aside and learn how to transmute from pain into healing, right? Because we have pain and healing. We have something breaking and rebuilding, right? So there's something here that you had to, it's like your world kind of fell apart and now you are rebuilding. And maybe it took some time because we have beginnings here, right? So you had to do a lot of stuff. But remember, this tower could be the universe, God making this tower happening in your life, but it could also be you working with the universe, right? And just aligning to the energy. This is absolutely beautiful what I'm seeing right now, because it's the alchemist, right? So I understand how energy works. I understand that I have to be receptive and not just take action. I have to be receptive and I have to be flexible like water, and I'm going to work through it, and I allow the fire to burn everything that doesn't serve anymore, and just like the phoenix, right, rising up from the ashes, and I rebuild something beautiful. I go after my North Star. I give up on fulfilling someone else's dream and I decide to live my own dream. This is beautiful, right? It's so, so pretty. Oh, that's what I have for Virgo. Thank you so much for being here. No, sorry, for Libra. Why Virgo? Okay, the Hermit was here. For Libra, so thank you so much for being here. And we move on to Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for showing up. Let's see what angel of Atlantis wants to come out. What message is coming up for you for the week ahead? Let's just see. Archangel Uriel, friendship. That's a beautiful, beautiful energy here, right? Look how there are two kids here, just staring at the moon there and the sea and the waves, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So it's just very, they're actually holding hands. That's so beautiful, right? So this card brings a lot of innocence, brings a lot of purity, brings a lot of hope for society as well, right? Because when you see two kids playing and they're hugging and everything, it brings a little bit of hope regarding everything that is happening, right? Sometimes people just there's so much um, opposite energies now and then that when you see a card like this, I mean, I got emotional right now just looking at that card. It just feels like, yes, that's what we need, right? That's what we want, connection, true connections. And sometimes the true connection comes from someone completely on the other side of the world, or someone that you connect way more online than you actually do, because the people around you are just disaligned, right? Out of alignment. I don't know if disaligned is even a word. They're out of alignment, and it just feels weird to talk, to open up to that people, right? So let's see what the tarot is bringing for you. Yes, Four of Cups, right? It's like, where are my people? Where are my people? Where are the people that I want to remain close to, that I'm excited to go out and say, hey, let's grab a coffee, that I'm excited to say, hey, this new movie is out, do you want to go and see it, or just come over, let's go for brunch. Let me, I get a new coffee machine, let's try a new coffee, right? The type of really nice energy when something exciting happens to you, and you tell the person like, oh, yes, after work, let's celebrate, right? I feel the need, there's a need for that. It could be something happening for Scorpio this week, which is absolutely beautiful, maybe reconnecting with someone as well. Yeah, Page of Cups, finding that love, finding that passion again, finding that, let's go, let's try this new hobby again, let's go for this new class again, right? Maybe you are gym buddies and like, yes, let's try a different class, or you know let's go together for a PT with that person. I heard it's really good and it's exactly what we need. Something that those lines, right? You really align with the person. Yes, Ace of Wands. If you've been craving for this, it is coming. It is coming. Look at that, two hands, right? Someone is coming. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be just a friendship, like it says here. It could be just, a friend from another dimension, another timeline, and you finally reconnect because you went through so much, so you are ready to reconnect again and continue the connection from other lives, because you align with each other's vibration again. This is so beautiful. It's so, so, so beautiful. So I definitely see that maybe you have been like that, maybe for the last 4 months. You've been craving for a friendship, been craving for connection, been craving for, I want to have my friends. I don't want to be alone. I could be talking to people, they feel very alone, right? They feel very, very alone. Sorry. It's a little bit emotional here. So this could be very emotional for some people, right? So yeah, so stay open, right? Stay open to friendship, stay open um to that part. And yes, sometimes a friendship can turn into a romantic relationship, but it doesn't always have to be that way, right? Some people might just think, oh, this is the love of my life. What if it's just a friend? And we cannot even say just a friend. A friend brings so much joy, right? Brings so much comfort, so much love. They can help you so much meeting your needs, and you meet their needs as well. And the company and the support is just, it's not just a friend, it's a friend, right? A true one, a one that you can count anytime, right? So that's what I have for you, Scrub. It's the most beautiful message here, to be honest with you. So thank you so much for this. And let's move on to Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. How are you doing, guys? I hope you're doing well. Let's just see what is going on for you for the week ahead. This is for Sagittarius. What do we have, please? Archangel Jophiel. Sorry. Forgiveness. It's very beautiful. Very, very beautiful, right? It's like solar plexus, connecting with yourself, trusting yourself more. Now, forgiveness. I see this card of forgiveness, and it's not so much about forgiving others. It's more about forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself for being too hard, forgiving yourself for not seeing something, I could be connecting to people like they beat themselves up very, very deeply just because, how did I not see that? How come I'm still in this situation? Be kind to yourself, forgive yourself. The way you see things today, it was not the way you saw them before. And sometimes it's very easy to work on that and to focus on and to enter into that self-critic, self-judge mindset. When you're coming from a relationship that wasn't healthy, a toxic relationship, a connection, when someone in the workplace betrayed you in some way, shape, or form, like, how did I not see that happening? How did that happen? Right? So it's that energy about understand that you are exactly where you need to be, right? And the more you connect with yourself, the more you understand yourself, it gets so much easier, and you're able to align to the true purpose. There could be a lot of layers there covering, right? Old patterns, limiting beliefs, people that try to tell you what you should do or not do. You should behave this way or that way. These are the words you have to use, not those ones, right? Maybe you are a person that is very kind. People say you have to be rude, you have to be arrogant, and you're like, that's not who I am. It's really not. I don't have to do that. And no, you don't have to do that. Okay, you follow your essence, your love, your kind essence. Okay, that's what I'm feeling with Sagittarius here. So let's see with the tarot, 3 cards for Sagittarius. What do they need to know right now for the week ahead? What is the message for the week ahead? Okay, 10 of Wands, Queen of Wands. Okay, I got 2 more and I'm going to take them, okay, because I feel they're important. I'm just taking 3, but sometimes comes 4 and I'll take them as well because I'm generous like that. The Lovers and the 7 of Pentacles. Now, when we talk about forgiving here, we also talk about let go, right? Why am I saying talking about let go? Because I could be talking to someone, they have been dealing with a woman older than them. Could be mother, aunt, someone, a neighbor, whatever it is. And there could be a situation where this person may have caused you a lot of stress, right? This person may have caused you and made you become a person that you're not. However, this person also helped you unconsciously, because at a soul level you made this contract that you're going to make me realize in such a way that when I rely on myself, I understand how powerful I am. Look at her. She's powerful. She's a warrior, right? She doesn't need anyone. She can make it. I mean, she doesn't need anyone to make it happen for her. She makes it happen, right? She does the job in the cauldron. She does it, right? She's the witch of the tarot. She does what she needs to do, not to make someone suffer, but for the highest good of all, right? For divine justice and asking for justice in her life. And this means staying away and protecting herself from entities and from spiritual attacks, um, energy vampires, right? All of that stuff, spiritual work, lower vibrations that people send towards you, all of that stuff, right? And it could be regarding a relationship, because look at that, the snake is there, right, with the apple. Someone could have tried here to damage a relationship. It could be that person, right? Try to damage a relationship, whether this is between you and another person in a relationship, or with you and maybe if you have a child, you and someone else. So I see that the big message here is learn to forgive yourself, because you didn't see this before. You were not ready to see it, and that's okay. You saw it now, and you just Do what you have to do now, right? That's it. It's about not delaying what is crystal clear right now, right? The light is green. So let's just go. Let's do it. I don't have one card talking about this, but I feel that some of you are at the limit. And it's like, I don't have all the resources right now, but I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to leave with whether you have independence or not. I could be talking with a lot of people that they have, but they know they're going to make it because their strength is so strong and so deep that even ancestrals are helping you here. All right. That's a beautiful reading for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much. And moving to Capricorn. Hey, Capricorn, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. So let's see, what are the energies for the week ahead? I haven't said to the other ones, but this is Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I haven't said to anyone. It's okay, right? So let's see what message is coming up for Capricorn. Archangel Shamael, serenity, beautiful. Look at the Taj Mahal there. You know, it's such a peaceful. Let me see, maybe like this, you can see right? Serenity. It's beautiful. It's exciting. It's peaceful, right? It's very peaceful. I look at this and I feel like it's very peaceful. And I could have some people honoring a god or a goddess or a temple, a sacred place, or you feeling the call to go somewhere, right? You feeling the call to go somewhere. That's an interesting message coming up for you here. And if you feel that call and if you have the opportunity, by all means do it, okay? Because there could be a bigger message meaning for you. Yeah, Eight of Swords just fell there, but I'm not going to take it. So let's see if it comes out now. I'll take it, right? So it's about freeing yourself from something in terms of mindset. You know, sometimes there's just so much going on that we need to go to that sacred place that we know, just to find answers, right? Seven of Swords, find answers. And okay, so there could be something that someone is taking advantage of you here, right? It could be mentally. People just asking you questions and asking advice on something that you actually charge for it, and they try to take advantage of you. I don't see someone stealing like physically from you, but I see them stealing energetically from you. Okay, and we have the Two of Pentacles. And pay attention, because this person takes away your energy and takes away your peace. Okay, it does take away your peace, and it could be at the times that you're about to have fun and you're having fun with something, this person comes and breaks it. I have someone that don't like, this person doesn't like you to be happy, to smile, to laugh. It's not a nice energy. It's really not. So stay tuned to that over this week, okay? It could be quite crystal clear, the flags that come out from this person. Yes. Didn't I just say that? Five of Cups. This person doesn't like you when you're happy. They like to see you down. This is a bad reading, but I have to say it, you know, because not all of them are, yay, stars. The sun. You're going to see it. The sign's going to be quite clear. I'm hearing as well, you kind of feel your stomach a slight burn when this person shows up, because it's your gut feeling already kind of burning the energy, right? It's like, you know, that kind of shock thing. Yeah. So that's the energy that I'm having here for you. So stay tuned for the next week. You know, this person is very dramatic. This person always brings back issues that happened in the past. This person tries to bring you down. This person tries to take advantage of you. Don't tell secrets to this person. This could be a person that is very close to you. Okay. Maybe this person doesn't live with you, but they could be very close to you, so they know a lot of secrets about your life. Sometimes in remote areas, some people like leave the key in a different place, in the vase or under the carpet or something like that, right? So this is a person that could actually trick you in some way, shape, or form, right? Go and check. Not they're going to take stuff from you, but they're very nosy. I really don't like this energy, right? They try to know more about your secrets, um, so that then they can use that against you. Okay. And maybe this is why this card is showing up so strong, the serenity. Maybe it's time for you to move. Maybe they're asking you during this week to understand that where you are is not as serene as once you thought it would be. Okay. So that's the message for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much. And we move on to Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. How are you guys? Thank you so much for being here. Let's see what is the energy for the week ahead. Back to Aries. So let's see. Hi, Aries. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what messages are coming up for the week ahead for you, starting with the Angels of Atlantis here, the most beautiful cards. Oh, Archangel Raphael, Communion. This is so beautiful. This is very interesting, right? So we could be talking about gathering with people here, right? Raphael connects with the heart, right? The healer. Um, we are talking about connections from the heart. We are talking about reuniting or uniting for the first time physically with people that resonate with your life journey, with your soul expansion, right? We are talking about people that maybe you follow a religion and you're finally going to a meeting where you're going to meet other people. It doesn't have to be, it's just coming up that it could be one of the options, one of the parts here could actually be a religious meeting. Like I said, it doesn't have to be, it could be a spiritual gathering, a pilgrimage, something like that. But it could simply be, let's say, a retreat, right? And you are meeting with like-minded people. This, but you're going to do a tarot reading course and you meet people that are so excited as you are. We could be talking about a sound healing, all that kind of energy here. So it's very strong about uniting with the people that have stuff in common, right? Ideas, um, even traumas, even traumas. Okay, you start connecting with people that maybe they went through similar things as you, so you can share, you can help. This could be a virtual group that you've been part of and you're finally meeting in person. It's very beautiful. This energy feels very peaceful, right? It feels peaceful. So let's see with the cards, tarot 3 cards for Aquarius. Okay, so the first two, yeah, 3 of Swords. We're talking about trauma and healing the world. This is very healing. We're talking about that. It's very peaceful. It's very healing. We are definitely oh my God, 10 of Cups. Sorry. Very exciting for me. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups. So we stop thinking that we are alone in the world. We stop focusing more on, oh, I wish I could go back in time. No, right now I'm like, it all worked out, right? It all worked out. And I'm happy now. I found my people. Yes, we could be talking about, you meeting the person, right? That you've been talking online for such a long time, and you're finally meeting the person, right? You're aligning, you go into that group and you meet the person that helps you heal, that helps you move forward, right? Because we do have this 10 of Cups, and I can't get enough of looking here and see so much joy coming into your life. And look at that, we have two women here. So we could be talking to people that, you know, they resonate more with people, like romantically with people of same sex. They could be bisexual. It doesn't matter, right? It really doesn't matter. What matters is that love is the most beautiful thing ever, right? That's all that matters. And I see you connecting with a person. It could be a person from a different country, completely different from yours, even a different continent here. Okay, but this person comes like, yes, let's do this, right? There's this connection that you look at the person's like, oh, I'm home, right? That sense of I'm home. My home is um not that that person is going to be everything for you, but that's the energy that your heart and soul have been looking for, right? Because it's like, yes, I had a lot of traumas, I had a lot of situations, but I'm not taking the pain. I'm taking like what I need to understand, what I need to look for. And then when you actually learn the lessons and you pass all the tests of the universe that pass, you know, putting you the temptations and all of that, suddenly it's like, oh, yes. It's not excitement, is that feeling of arriving home in this dimension, right? It's so beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful reading for you. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much. And you move on to Pisces. Hi, Pisces. How are you? This is Sun, Moon, Rising, in Venus. This is for the week ahead. Let's see what is going on for you, my beautiful people. For Pisces, what do we have? Archangel Raphael again with cleansing. So before we have communion here for Aquarius, and here we have Archangel Raphael with cleansing. And look at that, it even looks like fire around, right? On top of the water. So this is also talking very strongly about transmutation, right? You know, so, and you could be talking about, sorry, just my voice is like, I'm too excited to talk. We could be talking about decluttering at such a deeper level, maybe in your wardrobe or something on your drawers, that it's like papers from decades ago and they're still holding there. And it could even be situations that cause you a lot of pain. I don't know, court cases, situations that you were made fun of, right? Diaries that just talk about the pain, and you don't want to deal with that because you did your work, you did your healing, everything. So it doesn't make sense anymore to hold that. So this is about burning all of that safely, of course, but you know, or even just destroying the things, right? There's so many companies nowadays, they take the stuff to destroy, right? Safely. So it's about that transmutation and just burning all of that with the spirit of fire, burning. And it could even be just it doesn't have to be physically, but it could be emotionally, right? You're going through this and just burn everything, you know, as you light a candle, you ask to burn all the feelings and all the stuff and all the bad things that happen to you, and you ask for healing, for absolute healing, for transmutation, for lifting you up, for raising your vibration and all of that stuff, right? Because then we have the water, and the water is about, right, the emotions and purifying, right, the cleansing part. So what you do when you're inside a house, first you clean, you remove the dust, you remove all of that, and then you wash, right? You don't wash first and then everything gets mucky and all, and then no, first you clean, you do a deep clean, and then you absolutely purify with the water, right? That's what I'm seeing here. That's the actual energy that I'm being shown here. It's literally about, I'm literally seeing a house. So this could even be some Pisces, they're moving into a new home, and this could be a home that maybe someone lived before, and you're doing this spring clean, deep clean here before you moved in. I'm hearing before you move in together. So unless you have someone, you have dependents or something, but this feels beautiful because Raphael is healing, right? Raphael is healing the heart. This could be the place that you're going to build and it's just for you and whoever you wish. You don't have to depend on other people. I could be talking to people, they went through a lot of, whether this was financial constraints, whether this was, a lot of spiritual attacks, and people doing stuff to cause you trouble, and you're finally free from that, and it's so liberating, right? And it's like, I want to move into my new place like completely out of that energy. I don't want any of that in my life, right? So let's get the tarot and see what else is here. Yes, Seven of Wands, Page of Swords. One more, please. Sorry, there's a hair here that keeps getting in the way. The Magician. You see? Perfect. Four of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So this could actually be, it's time to let go of situations that don't serve you anymore, right? The people, the situations, the paper, right? The cleaning and all of that. So we start here with the Seven of Wands, standing up for what you believe. It's time to find it. And look at that. Didn't I just say I saw a house? He's standing at his own door and he's not letting anyone in. It's like, you're not coming in, 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 you're not coming in. This is my door. No one is gonna just bang the door in my face because this is my door. It's my house. You're not doing that to me anymore. You're not inviting me to leave anymore. You're not making me feel like I don't belong here anymore. Because I decide now who enters and who doesn't. Right? And believe me, you're going to have a lot of people trying to see whether this is on social media, or trying to call, trying to say, hey, I'm stepping by. You're like, no, you're not. I'm not home. I'm not there. Oh, I have a present for you. Oh, leave it on the neighbor. And you're never going to pick that present. Right? Because it's not welcome, that present. Magician, you know it. And you build so hard to get this. You work so hard. You learn how the energy works. You learn how to manipulate the energy towards your own benefit. Why? Because when you were vulnerable, people took advantage of you. When you needed something, people took advantage of you. When they knew your vulnerabilities, your issues, and your challenges, they used that against you. No more. This could be a week for you, Pisces, where you finally put your step down and say, no more. You're not crossing the line anymore. You're not telling me lies anymore. I lead. Right now, I am much higher than you. Someone told me this, which I find very interesting, and I actually use it, which is when someone makes you miserable, use your challenges in their own detriment, remember this. Their ceiling is your floor. So you're going to grow way more than them. Because when someone uses your weaknesses in your disadvantage, their character is not good. And there's something in you that really, really triggers that person. Because you're being vulnerable, but they're not. You're more honest than they are. So stay open to that. Okay? Hey, Pisces, I see you moving, going, living, and never allowing that person to walk in your home again. I said it. Thank you so much. And we move on to Aries. What a reading for Pisces. Wow. So let's move on to Aries. Aries, thank you so much for being here. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what comes up for the week ahead for you guys. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Aries, Archangel Michael, transmutation. Wow. So beautiful, isn't it? Even the color, it's all about transmutation, right? Egyptian gods here. So we're talking about transmutation. We're talking about not just like, oh, I suffer, I'm going to transmute. No, you have to neutralize, right? Identify, neutralize, and then you transmute. It's not like, it's not just like, oh, I've been hurt. Oh, I'm not hurt again. No, you know, when you've been hurt, you feel, you understand, you practice your compassion, self-compassion, and then you allow the transmutation to happen, right? So this is the god thought here, the great alchemist master. This priest wizard has been seen through the millennia working intimately with the magic of Archangel Michael. Therefore, drawing this card means you are moving through a rapid period of spiritual growth and are reminded of the need to employ the art of alchemy, right? Attempt to turn your base metal into gold, turning the negatives that come from your shadow into positive. And there you go. That's exactly what we're talking about, right? You have the pain, the shadow part, it's calling your attention. So we go down there, we understand, we bring the light, and we evolve as one, right? You don't just become the light without acknowledging your shadow, right? The more light you have, the more shadow you have. We are balanced, right? Look at the yin yang sign, right? It's half half. So, of course, we're going to have that type of energy here, right? So that's beautiful for Aries. Let's dive into the tarot and see what else is coming up for you, my beautiful people. Let's see, let's see. 3 cards for Aries, please. 3 cards for Aries, thank you. First card, 5 of coins, 5 of pentacles. 3 of swords. We're talking about pain, right? We're talking about, oh, wow, the death card as the last one. Yes, this is the absolute transmutation here we're talking about, right? Leaving the past in the past and moving forward. 2 of cups at the bottom of the deck. We could be talking about relationships, but we could be talking about connections, right? We could be talking about family members. We could be talking about relatives. We could be talking about friends. We could be talking about coworkers, you name it, right? So the first card that came up, the 5 of coins. Well, now you see this person is leaving from lack. Okay, so I could be having someone here that so much pain was caused that something was taken away from them. And they could only see, we're talking about half, right? Look at the broken heart here, right? I could be talking to someone that you went through so much. You went through so much. Potentially financial loss, financial constraints, relationships broken, connections broken, stabbed in the back by people that you thought they would never hurt you, right? And you had to go through it. You had no way out but to transmute that energy. I'm talking to people that when they needed the most, when they hurt, when they needed compassion, no one was there. Physically, no one was there. Potentially, your support system was on the other side of the world. And of course, you don't have that 24/7, right? Especially if it's on the other side of the world, time difference, right? All of that. So you had to rebuild yourself. Rupture. The end here with the dead pigeon, right? But then the white flower comes. So there's a brand new beginning, right? We have the Scorpio, which this is connected to Scorpio, of course. right? And we have the spider, right? Spider, it's constantly working, right? It's like the web. It's like understand, right? And work through the things. And when someone hurts you, I can't move forward without fixing that. So I'm going to work on my transmutation. I'm going to go deep. I'm going to do my shadow work. I'm going to work with my inner child, whatever type of inner work you're doing, right? The shadow work. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work on my mindset when it comes to money. I'm going to rewire, and then I move forward. And then I build something. I'm not going to build something from a place of lack. I'm going to build something. Remember the metal into gold. I'm going to build something from a place of expansion. And that's what the death card is telling you here. For you to move forward, you need to leave behind what needs to stay in the past. You need to leave behind the old versions of you that lived from lack, that were fed on lack, they were fed on abandonment, they were fed on control and manipulation, they were fed of enmeshment, all of that. It's like, no, this is me. I'm going to rebuild from a place of love, of transmutation, of light, of abundance, prosperity, and all of that. So, Aries, this is a week for you to be reborn, right? At all levels. At all levels. There could be people out there, they're like, oh, if I leave this job, I'm never going to be successful. Change the mindset. You can be successful anywhere so long as you follow your heart and your essence. You can, yes, have nurturing and long lasting relationship, friendships, and all of that, because you leave behind the part of you that was abandoned, that was rejected, that was neglected. You work on that and you move forward, right? That's a beautiful reading for you, Aries. Thank you so much for being here. And we move on to Taurus. Taurus and Gemini, we're nearly at the end of this beautiful week ahead check-in. So let's see, guys, what comes up for you here. What comes up for Taurus for the week ahead? We have Zafkiel with ecstasy. Okay, so we have some ecstasy coming up. Something exciting could be coming up into your life, okay? Or this could be something that you have been worked on for a very, very long time, okay? And it's finally coming up. Now, ecstasy. Zafkiel wishes you to know that divine ecstasy may come in any moment as a deep feeling of passion for your spiritual growth. You see that excitement that just comes out of nowhere. Well, we feel it's out of nowhere. Or as an aspect of your love whereby your whole being is transfixed with a choice you have made to join the mystical pathway. I mean, we could be talking about a spiritual awakening for some Taurus here. Okay, we could be talking about a spiritual event in your life that you never thought you would have something like that, and it just builds up that unconditional love, right? As you see in the oracle, angels use this high frequency opportunity to impart sacred loving information to us about our journey. They give our higher self information about a choice we need to make or how to open vistas of consciousness about our ethical existence. Okay. Trust the angels, for they will always have your heartfelt interest in their heart. So there's something here that it may come um, in a different way. Sometimes we look at a challenge as, oh, why is this happening to me, rather than understanding, okay, what am I to learn about the situation so that I can move forward and upgrade, right? So this is a beautiful energy coming up for you. Let's just get more information with the tarot, right? And see what comes up for you, my beautiful people. What comes up for you? What comes up for you? So we have the Five of Cups. You see, just looking at the things that don't exist anymore. Did you even see this card falling? The strength, the mindset. This could be a physical exhaustion as well. And the Ace of Wands. Yes. The bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit, right? It's interesting because I did mention you might have some, feel it in your body. And he also talks, when we talk about healing part, the health, like the Hermit can also be talking about some pain, whether this is on the bones or something like that, right? I'm hearing crystallization, so maybe you do the same movement all the time, whether you work in an office and you're all the time tick, 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 tick. There's something there that it's shaking up your life because there's something greater. Ace of Wands. There's something greater that is coming up for you. Maybe you need to understand something. Maybe you need to change, whether this is your lifestyle, whether this is your thoughts, your emotions, whether this is you starting to understand that life is much more than just work 9 to 5 and just, having to feed and doing nothing else, right? So you're just focusing on everyone else and not you. This could be a call for you looking into yourself, right? I mean, she has 2 cups here, perfect, but she's crying because these ones are gone. What about the ones that are still standing? They're still standing. They're still full. You can still drink from them, right? So why would you look into that? So there's something here that it's calling your attention. Maybe you could be a person that tends to complain about something. Let's work on understanding the amount of blessings that we have every day, right? Just by simply waking up in the morning, your heart is beating, your heart is working 24/7. You don't have to ask, can you please keep pumping? It keeps there. It's there all the time. It's this beautiful and beautiful blessing every single day that you wake up and you open your eyes and your health is perfect, and even if your heart is working, what a blessing it is, right? You're still able to make the best, you becoming a better version of you, working on your consciousness, helping someone. Wow, what a blessing, right? And then we have the Strength card, and like I said, we could be talking about someone just being very tired. I don't know, I'm having the sense of someone being very tired, and is not tired because you're working too much all the time. This is tired because the mind doesn't stop, but the mind doesn't stop focusing on the negative. So where attention goes, energy flows, right? So maybe we have to start paying attention. What are we focusing on? What are we talking about? What kind of things are we grateful for? What channels are we watching? What are we listening? Especially before you go to bed and the first thing in the morning, that will be very interesting for you to pay attention to, because then we have the Ace of Wands. So this is divinely guided. This is communication from God, from the universe, whatever you want to call, in case God triggers you very, very much. This is something here that is coming up from source. A big, big energy here. I feel this is a wake-up call. I don't have like bad things like here, like Tower or something that I don't have, even though I think Tower can be very positive in our life. And, sometimes we feel it's not, but it is. We have a lot of situations in our life that we're like, why is this happening? And if we just, take a step back, don't really react, and then understand, okay, this is what I need to focus on, right? So I really have, especially this Dragon's Year, I feel poking. Someone is poking on you. Something is poking on you. This could be headaches. This could be something there. This could be you can't focus. This could be you are overreacting to something. Take a step back, right? Take a step back and try to see things out of the box, right? As if you weren't there. Try to see it like if you were watching a movie, okay? Something big is coming out of this. I can totally feel that. So it's going to be an interesting week for you. And that's for you, Taurus. Let's move on to Gemini. Yay, Gemini. How are you guys? Thank you so much for waiting all the way up to here. Or if you just clicked on the timestamp, perfect, perfect. Let's see, week ahead, what is coming up for you? What's coming up for you, right? For Gemini, we have Archangel Sandalphon, Intention. Such a beautiful card. So she's putting her intentions there in the prayer pose, right? Putting her intentions out there to the world. This could be This feels like a sunset, right? You know, at the dawn, as the sun is going down and the sun and the moon is about to rise, that's the most powerful, right? The transitions, right? It's the more powerful times to just set up your intentions and connect with divinity and just see how beautiful everything is and being so grateful for everything, right? This is the most powerful time, and she's by the water as well, right? So the emotions, the depth of her intentions here are very, very strong as well. Now, I could be connecting with Gemini here, that you've been waiting very strong for something to happen for you. Um, right? So let's see. Let's see. Even my heart is tight now. So there could be something here for you, right? That you need to pay attention to. Let's see when it comes to your intentions. I mean, Sandalphon takes the messages to source, to God, to the universe, right? All those strength, yes, all those worries, right? The King of Swords. We could be talking about some legal issues. Maybe, you know, you need something to be resolved. And the Hermit. The Hermit came a lot for a lot of people. So this is definitely a week for you to take a step back, even for the collective Ace of Pentacles bottom of the deck. Um, we could be talking to someone asking for a new job, asking for the special person to propose. Who knows, right? Because it also talks about marriage there. We could be talking about someone that, you know, needs to make a decision, and they're looking for strength to make the decision. So they're asking to be illuminated with that, right? We could be talking about someone that needs to be more rational, that needs to be more logic in their decisions. This could be about a big decision that you have to make in your life, and you need guidance, you need strength, okay? It could be guidance because the introspection here, right? Looking for the light. Look, light, right? Um, and of course, Gemini is about the opposite, right? It's about the yes and the no. Why do I want this? Why do I don't want this? Right? So there's a lot of, I guess the big message here for you, Gemini, today is when you're making you're asking for something, you're setting up an intention. Be clear before. Don't change your idea as you're making, as you're declaring that intention. Okay? Because it's going to result in confusion, right? So focus, right? Be very logical on what you want. When I mean logical, I'm not saying about, oh, don't go into the emotions, go, but be very specific on what you want, right? Crystal clear on what you want, and always for the highest good of all. Always. Without interfering in anyone's karma or path. Okay? So that's what I have for all of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this makes sense to you. Let me know. Don't forget to subscribe and to like this video. And until next time, have a great week ahead. Take care.